Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you everything you should probably do before the Thanksgiving update coming out. Now, the reason why you should, probably take advantage of these methods is there is a good sign that they're probably going to be nerfed, removed, buffed, changed, whatever. So we're going to be using a few different methods for this. So the first thing we're going to be hyper focusing on is going to be, firstly, current money methods that are not patched. So these are not like directly, quote, patched, but they haven't been nerfed essentially. So there's a few zones that have really good money potential, money chances and all this, and rods you can use. And from the current reoccurring
and today might just be your lucky day, but if you're watching this video within 1 week of it coming out, then you will actually be able to enter into my Ralphix set giveaway. I'm going to be giving away every single fish for this, and to enter, all you need to do is go down and click that hype button and then hype this video, and then go and comment your Roblox username down below. But once again, hype this video, comment your Roblox username, and that will enter you into the Ralphix giveaway. And I'm going to be giving this away to multiple people. Events of fish nerfing, pretty much anything that does well. Most likely this will be nerfed as well. So firstly, the first thing they got nerfed, right, which was the most annoying, is the Sunstone Island. Now this is still a decent spot, and I'll show you in a second what I mean by this. So it's not a horrible spot, but it has been just slightly altered. So while you're here in the bestiary, right, so the speed core was one of the main things people were fishing for. So you can still get decent value out of everything else here and this one exotic right here. So it's not a bad area to fish, but it's not a horrible option compared to some other ones, but it has been nerfed. It's no longer extremely overpowered, but it is still decent. Now another spot you can fish is going to be inside of the new mine shaft. So I'll show you how to get down there. So firstly, you're gonna have to complete the Merlin's quest, getting all of the shards and all that. So then you'll talk through this. You'll say this. Okay, so then you'll get this Merlin's safe concealment, and then you can head on over into the chasm. Downside of here, as you see with this effects and all this is actually a decent spot for fishing. So some of the stuff in here, right, if you get a decent rod like Ruinous Oath for money, it's actually not a bad spot. I would recommend fishing here though, once again, with higher luck and an Aurora, because one of the items you can get here has a decent value. So the item I'm talking about is the Radiant Crystal. So this thing right here has a pretty decent sell value, and this is, mind you, without any enchant. So I'm gonna show you this real quick. So this, as you see, is a base sell value of 10,000, and this is exactly 10,000 when you catch it. So if you get 10,000, right, and then you get Sea Overlord or Sea Prince on your rod, then you can manage to pull something a 15,000 or higher, and then you can get mastered and make this worth over the 100,000 or more. So it's a pretty decent money spot. Now, the one thing about the thing though is it's not much of a common thing to catch. So here's a few things to recommend about it. So firstly, when you catch it, what'll happen is there's a stacking buff you actually get from it. So as you can see right here, the Radiant Crystal, when you catch it, you are going to get a enchant called Divine. This will stack. So for 2 minutes, which is times plus 2x luck. These effects apply regardless of weather. So whether you catch it or not. So pretty much whenever you hook this fish or the Radiant Crystal, you don't even have to, once again, like I said, catch it. Just once you hook it, you'll get this luck boost. And then essentially, right, you'll be able to catch it more commonly over and over. And since this stacks, you can get realistically infinite luck out of this. But if you're consistently running Auroras, that's already a 9x luck, and you get this thing 5 times. You see I've gotten 3. You can get nearly a 15 to 20x increase on luck, and it eventually gets to the point where you're catching this constantly. And since it's low-ish, it's not bad resilience, and it doesn't have much of a minus progress speed. Something like the Ruinous Oath or Luminescent Oath or other rods like the Fabulous Rod will make this actually really easy to catch and really easy to benefit money out of, especially if you use Sea Overlord and Sea Prince. Now, one of the main things about this rod though, or this item, is, like I said before, most likely, since this is such a good strat, it's probably going to get nerfed. Now, the next thing we can do is actually the 2 other spots that I like fishing at that I'll show you. So one of the spots, it's that event that just spawned in recently, the Cthulhu and Cthulhu. I'd recommend fishing in the one that's in the Hall of, or the Passage of Oaths, because it has a better high sell value. It's a 10,000 base sell value. So if you fish for that one, you can get good value. Now, Mushroom Swamp is pretty decent. I don't think it's the best, but it is still pretty decent. Now, the rocket fuel is really what you want to try to get. So rocket fuel has really good value. Now, my main recommendation though is going to be coming into the Carrot Garden, and I'll show you this and why. But in the Carrot Garden, you get really good value here with an Aurora, things like that.
and you can pull a lot of money from this. Now, one of the main things though that I would recommend is your rod is very necessary to like pick. So one of the things, like I was saying, is I would recommend luminescent oath at least, and then if you can get any size increase to this, so Sea Overlord, Sea Prince, or Sea King, I would say you have to get at least a 30 to 40% size increase on fish to make it of value. So at least get Sea Overlord, or if you get Sea King, get Sea Prince. So either one of those sets will be good, and this will be just beneficial in the long run. And then alongside this, also using the luminescent or ruinous oath will allow you to make even more money. Now, one of the other things though about the money is I would recommend doing this like quickly, because the radiant crystal is, I mean, it's not too hard. As you can see when you're catching it, right, it has moderate resilience, minus 60% progress. So it might be, but as you see with ruinous oath, say you have this, you have additional luck from Merlin, and you're using, realistically, the most common used bait is like the luminescent larva. As you see, we have a 5.5% chance to catch this. And then as you see, additional luck, once you catch it, right, you get the 2x luck, and then you catch it again, you get the 4x luck, and then catch it again, and then you catch it again, right, and then you catch it again, and then it just gets easier and easier as it goes on. And this doesn't, I think, even take into account other factors. So realistically, you can get really good value out of catching the radiant crystal. Now, one of the main things though about the radiant crystal I would recommend is the other things in the bestiary at the mine shaft, right? They're pretty annoying, I will say, but most of them, as you see, take magnet bait. So if you use any other bait besides magnet, you have a pretty good chance. Now, I would say, you know, oh, you can use a rod with low kg max, but they all have pretty low kg, so it doesn't really matter. But the radiant crystal is really, really good for money. Now though, once you have gotten a bunch of these, I would recommend taking like the highest value ones you have for the majority, try to get decent value out of them. But one of the main recommendations is trying to use any form of like just beneficial thing you can use. So like if you can use glitched potions, I know I have a few on this account. Glitched potions are pretty good, pretty solid choice, especially considering, you know, this most likely will be nerfed and you want to try to get the most value out of it as you can while you can. So I'd recommend something like glitch potions, auroras and whatnot. But for the most part, I mean, you just want to try to grind this as much as you can. But I would recommend, once again, this is a really good money spot. And yeah.